What is going on, everybody? We are back for our last matchup of the night. We got a banger here for you. You got Nebula versus Venganza, the 2 versus 3 in the Titan League. We got some more Titan League comms coming your way. Should be interesting to hear these two teams. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the Cooking Bagels. Bagels, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm ready for some content, and I hope the viewers are ready for some content. I think this series might have a chance to deliver on that.
We do need that content. We've had 3 sweeps in a row, and I've had enough of it. This is where the sweeps end, right here, right now.
Yeah, and as Bubbly pointed out in chat, 4 could be washed as he was waiting on PC parts for like 5 days. Hasn't been able to play the game at all. But I still think he'll be able to show up and just clap everybody like he normally does, regardless of whether he's been playing. So
that is true.
I think for Venganza's sake, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree. 4's been a great addition. They had H at the beginning of the season, replaced H with 4, and ever since they brought in 4 here, he's been insane. He's saying it's actually been 7 days in the chat there, Bagel. So it's been a while. Okay. So we're gonna have to see.
Fine.
He's fine. And yeah, also we got word Bagels apparently from you that Ventus is trying to get home for this matchup, and apparently he's doing 80 in a 35 while on a Discord call.
I heard it from the man himself. Zin is missing.
Oh no!
Oh, he just joined.
Oh?
Okay. Nebula might have a team. Zin said he just got off work. He said, "Don't worry, boys. I'm doing 80 in a 35." To which Press J responded, "Don't waste your life away. You're gonna get $1,000 ticket." He says, "Don't worry, I won't get caught." So,
oh boy,
Ventus might fish end into a tree later on. God, for his sake, I really hope he doesn't.
Oh jeez. Yeah, goodness. Hopefully Ventus is okay. I mean, you gotta respect the hustle though, Bagels. I mean, he was working and now he's coming home to get on the grind. So he's gotta make his way back in here for this one. So you gotta respect it.
I know that chicken life. I'll be grilling that chicken too. I'd be rushing home from work trying to cast a match or something. So, I mean, now that Zin's here, I don't think he has to rush too much. But, I mean, I don't know if the man's ever got a speeding ticket, but that really messes you up. I'm going to be honest.
Well, for his sake and for his team's sake, hopefully he'll be here and be able to play this matchup. But, I mean, this is going to be a good one. Let's start talking about this matchup while we're waiting for them to join up here. I mean, last time these two teams faced, we saw it on stream. I can't remember if you were there with me, but I remember casting this game versus Nebula, and this one was an interesting one. Venganza had a 2-0 series lead, and Nebula came back, pushed it to a game 5. Venganza has the 2-0 series lead on the season. So, with this Venganza squad, Bagels, is there anything that Nebula can do to stop these boys?
It's actually interesting because I brought this up earlier, not on stream, but Nebula is the only playoff team to not beat a current playoff team, sans their week 1 victory against Pinnacle in a reverse sweep fashion, which honestly, it should have never happened. It did. That's behind us, but they've gone 0-7 they've gone 0-5 in every other matchup against all the other playoff teams. So I think they kind of have their backs up against the wall in playoffs at the moment, but I did play them in the last week, actually, to finish out the league play, and they definitely weren't playing their best, but they are still a threat. So if Venganza makes a few slip-ups here and there, it could be a competitive match.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see here in this one. I'm excited to see how it's going to go. We're talking about the content. We need the content here. Yeah, we're going to be getting into the comms occasionally here in this one. If you guys are kind of new to the stream, or if you haven't been here for the last Titan matchup, we're actually going to listen in on live comms on occasion of these two teams, the playoff teams. So they're in the comms. We're going to get a little bit of a listen in here and there. So that's also going to be exciting. And I know Bagels, you were on the first matchup, and you guys were doing the comms in there. You think there's any more pressure knowing that these guys know that their comms are going to be on stream as well?
I mean, I don't think so. I can definitely tell you that my teammate didn't understand what was happening, even though I relayed it to him. So he was a little confused, but maybe he got nervous. I don't know, but I don't think anybody's really gonna. I don't think it's gonna affect the gameplay at all. If anything, it might. If anything, for Venganza's sake, if they know we're there, I think some shenanigans are gonna happen. If I'm gonna be honest. So
Got 4 in the chat.
think,
4. You gotta watch
yeah.
out. We got a dog. They're all in the chat. We don't need no shenanigans. We don't need no shenanigans. We just want to hear some good sweaty comms. That's what we need. So
I mean, you say that, but we'll find a way. They say life finds a way, but I'd rather not with Venganza. I mean, we'll just have to leave it to be on the field action. Let's hope for Nebula's sake that Ventus's chicken hands aren't too greasy for him to slip off the controller or something, as he's probably made it by home by now. Maybe he's gone up to 100 miles per hour.
Well, we'll have to see. We're still waiting on them. We're still waiting on Nebula to join up in the lobby. Hopefully Chipmunk has sent them all the info so they can join in here. Because we'd like not to DQ them. I don't know if Venganza will force take the DQ. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of down to wait, and they're all in the call already, so I'm down to wait. Normally we'd give them 10 minutes, but if Venganza's okay with it and thgoing to get in there, I think we'll maybe wait for them to all get in here officially. But I'm hoping they can get in here in the next couple of minutes and see how it's going to go. But Bagels, I'm gonna bring it to you. I know we still got to wait for them to hop in here, but who's taking this matchup? What's your prediction? Who you got in this one?
I mean, I'm gonna admit I never finished my predictions for the bracket for all the leagues, so I'm kind of sad about that. I was too busy working and I forgot about them, so I didn't do prospect through rival. I did submit the Titan one, but I was thinking about editing it. I think at best Nebula is gonna take 2 games in the series. I think Venganza takes it for sure. It's just a matter of how many games Nebula are able to take off Venganza. But I'd say at best it's going to be a 4-2 for Venganza, honestly.
All right, we'll have to see. Actually, been here so long, I can't even say get your votes in the chat because the poll has disappeared. So we'll have to see. As I think these guys are getting in here, they're just about ready to join. So we'll have to get things underway here. Bagel, let's see what we got. We got Nebula versus Venganza. Nebula, the 2 seed over there in the blue. Got Press J, Smooth, and Zin. So Ventus is in here, but he's not playing. And then we got Venganza with 4, Ladog, and Skies. So they're going with Zin, Smooth, and Press J instead of Ventus here. That's an interesting choice here, Bagels.
I mean, he did just get off the 100 mile per hour joyride with the chicken hands, so he might need a little extra time to wash up and clean up. His 4's on the ball. Almost putting one in, but I think the Nebula roster is pretty adaptable. I think they switch in and out, honestly.
All right, well, we'll have to see. The Sky is now trying to dribble that one out. It's not going to work for this 1-4. Taking it up, Zin. Trying to stay with it, but the dog beats him to it. A miss for Smooth. Press J, last man back. Gotta be careful of that demo. It's going to work out fine for the moment. Is this one going towards the net? Sky's coming in for it, but he can't find the angle. A great opportunity, but it's not going to go, as now Zin trying to send it back down, but 4. Right to Press J, who sends it off the post. Ladog, he's blocked up there. This one pops up high. Ladog trying to stay with it. Go for the flip reset. Takes it off the backboard. The follow-up, it's going to go. 4 puts it in. What a play from Venganza.
Yeah, that was a great pass from Ladog, and Zin, he just needed to push him a little bit sooner before he got that reset. And by the time Zin finally decided to push, I think it was, Press J double committed with him as he was falling off that post there. And somebody needed to challenge him a little bit earlier, as anybody on this Venganza roster can pop off with the mechanics. As I say that, Ladog has red ping in chat. This has been a problem for him all season. I don't know what's quite wrong with him, but still able to pull off that nutty pass.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, he survived so far. I mean, I know they talk about they have Chubik, but I've heard that Chubik might be unavailable for tonight. So Ladog's gonna have to stick it out with his ping, as he's gonna put that one in. Ping doesn't matter there, as he puts the second goal for Venganza.
Yeah, Smooth, he just missed that ball, and then whoever the Venganza player was right there made Zin panic. Zin thought the shot was coming in, and then they faked it, so he smacked it off his own back wall, and it was just an easy cleanup for the Venganza player.
Yeah, so Nebula, they're already down in this one, 2-0, and as they're gonna put a shot in there, Smooth gonna slide that one in. Nice shot.
This is a great pass from Zin. It was another double commit for Nebula, but at least one of them was able to get that great pass off the backboard, and it was just too much of a speedy play for the Venganza players to get set on defense.
I was just about to say that, Bengals, despite everything, I know you talked about how Nebula they've only beaten a playoff team once in Pinnacle at the very first game of the season. But, they're kind of the underdog here, though. Still, they have the 2 seed, but they've definitely got the underdog status in this one.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just kind of a sake of the conference seeds at that point, as Zin almost pulls off a nutty double. And we saw a similar thing happen with the last matchup, where Blaze got a lower seed than Hydra, and they have a much better record than them. So it's just kind of the way the conference plays out. As the net's open here, and 4 is going to sneak one in, as the rotation was a bit awry for Nebula.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there. Smooth just a little bit up too far. 4, he's just got a wide open net to shoot at. Nobody from Nebula even in the vicinity. Is that one's just going to drop in. So now Venganza, they're back to their 2-goal lead in this one.
I'm not sure what the plan right there was for Smooth. I don't know if he knew he was last back or didn't know he was last back, or if it was just a mistouch, as he smacked it off the sidewall, leaving the net open, as Venganza almost able to capitalize on the rotation again. But yeah, Smooth, he just smacked it off the sidewall, and it was an easy follow-up for 4.
It's just past halfway. Have to see if Nebula can find some more of that offense, as the net, it's almost open there, but 4, he's going to race back, able to get that touch, and now Venganza back on the offense. Ladog tried to get to that one, but not going to go this time. That's 4. Going to pop that around the Nebula defender. Smooth with the redirect. Okay, Smooth. The pass from Zin and going to send that one home, and Nebula back within 1.
At this point, this is just a battle of the rotations, as there was another double commit coming out for Venganza. There's been quite a few on both sides, and when you're playing at this high of a level, double commits are extremely crucial to converting on shots, as the rotation and double commits have both been awry for both teams. And now Nebula back in it with 2 minutes left.
Yes, definitely more than in this game. They can find something here. Is 4 looking for the double tap. He's going to find it. Popping it up high. Press J. It's dangerous, but nobody threatening from Venganza. As now he's trying to take it down. Can't find the touch without the boost. This one out in the midfield. 4 able to get right on top of it. He's in with a mistouch. Skies centering up for Ladog, but he's not going to go on that one. This one's into the corners, in out of the midfield. Smooth sending it down, but Skies, he's waiting. Skies for another touch, trying to dribble with it. Going to find the bump on Zin. This ball still sent back in. 4 from the ceiling. Going to get 1 touch. Smooth. He can't find that one. Going to allow 4 off the backboard. Can he find the double? He can't. And that one's not going to go. But I think that's the threatening thing about 4 is, he can hit those shots, and you have to respect every time that he goes up for it. Even when he misses those, you have to respect every time he goes up.
Yeah, I mean, the man made day 3 of RLCS quals, so best respect him. But on that last drive, Nebula, they had another solid opportunity again, and another double commit coming out for them on offense as the net's somewhat open. Ladog with the backflip. I hear something about his cable, his micro USB or whatever. I've heard issues with this in the past. I wonder if this is what happened. He had the easiest save of his life, and he just missed. I don't
know if you could chalk that one up to a cable. That was pretty feels backflip, man, for me.
I bet the Hut in chat saying he's Lamalding. I agree. As now another mistake brings Nebula back in this game, despite all the double commits that happen. And Smooth with his own reset, but getting dunked out by Ladog this time.
And I'll have to see, with only 30 seconds remaining, Nebula, can they pull off this first game? I think it's going to be crucial if they're going to want to pull this upset. As we see Ladog going for the block there. Skies can't find the touch. 4 on the dribble, going to keep this one up, going to pitch it into the ceiling, off the backboard. Could be a shot here. Ladog trying to make up for his mistakes, but it's not going to go. It's now Nebula. One last opportunity. Smooth towards the net, but Skies going to cut it out. Ball still up high here. Can anyone get a follow? No, it's going to be grounded, and we go to overtime in game 1.
That was a close last-second opportunity for Nebula, almost able to secure that in regulation. If it was a better pass, could have been game 1 for Nebula, but now it's gonna have to be a battle in the overtime. Smooth on this one, almost able to get a good 50 on, but blocked out. But I honestly wasn't expecting this from both teams game 1 to play this solid. Even though the misses and double commits have come out, it's been a close game 1.
Yeah, it's been really close, and that's what we need. We need the content here. We've been begging for it. We've been begging for it. Is Ladog a mistouch there?
Oh,
it's
no.
It's gonna make him pay with the goal, and Nebula with the game 1 victory.
Yeah, and I think it was about 10 seconds prior to this, Ladog, he made another misplay on defense, but they didn't get punished for it. But another time where he was last back and he just couldn't get a good enough touch to the corner, a powerful enough hit out to the midfield. And even though Nebula, they haven't been hot against these playoff teams, if you make it that easy for them, they're going to put it away.
I mean, with that, Bagels, Nebula, they pull off the game 1 victory. And, I think a lot of these bracket predictions, these bracket predictors, they've got to be a little bit shaking in their boots here. maybe Nebula's pulling off the upset here.
I'm sticking with the 4-2 for Venganza. But, also, I did jokingly tell Venganza or Skies to have 4th row for content. So I don't know how much that's been played into, but I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
We saw the last time these two teams played. It was a 2-0 Venganza lead, and then Venganza. Then Venganza happened. So, we'll have to see.
You never know. They're the enigma of Nemesis Titan League. Don't know what you're going to get at them. Could be top tier Rocket League. Could be, you don't know what's going on.
That's true, and we're actually we're gonna take a peek into the Venganza comms real quick, and maybe we can solve that enigma.
Second. I got it.
Hey guys, what's going on? Can you?
I'm waiting. I'll play it up backward.
Omar?
I got you.
0.
I'll be up.
Going out.
I got it.
I'm waiting. I'll go again.
Nice. I got. Left.
Let me cross, yeah.
Shot.
I'm up. He beat me.
I'm on 12.
He's there.
He's good. I'll try.
Bumping check? Or not? A 0.
I'm doing a pad as well. Yeah.
Finish.
Waiting, picking a pad.
Go.
He's up.
He missed.
Overcommit.
I got. Sweet.
I got it.
Bump going.
I'm up.
Careful. Nice. Is there? Or not?
I've been backward.
You first?
I got it. Oh, nice.
Awkward as fuck.
All right, so Venganza, we joined the comms. They get scored on. That was, Venganza comms. I've heard them before, Bagels, when Chipmunk was doing a stream, just from them. But they don't really talk too much in their comms. They're kind of low information on their comms.
Yeah, it seemed like Skies was the main person talking. And honestly, I don't know if it was just 4 was quiet, if that's how he normally is, or maybe if he got a new headset with his new PC or whatever the case is, but he seemed really quiet, at least in volume. He was saying, information, but just wasn't, I could barely hear him. And when Ladog said something, it sounded like he was a little unsure of what he was doing. And you noticed, as that barrage of shots came on from Nebula, nobody said anything. And then by the time somebody did say anything, the ball was in the net, and they were like, yeah, that was really awkward. So somebody needed to either challenge or say something preemptively before that barrage of shots came in.
Yeah, that's very, very good analysis. I find it really interesting to listen in and see what they're thinking is for. Oh my goodness, the angle. He's going to put that one in and tie things up.
It was a great shot. Unfortunately, Smooth, I mean, that's about as safe of a touch as you can make. You're the last man, you put it in the corner, you think it's a safe spot, but 4 was just lurking there and nobody rotated back for Nebula. Not sure where Zin or Presche was, but back to that first Nebula goal, I mean, it was kind of a good, smooth solo play. He caught everybody off guard, and then he actually ended up landing on the ball, which is what made the situation so awkward for Venganza. But unfortunately for them, Venganza gets a great goal right back.
Yeah, so they're able to tie it back up here. But yeah, Nebula, they started out so strong in that first game, able to pull off the victory. And now, with that first goal, they've got a lot of momentum, I feel like, as this game 2 continues on. And you see this one sent back, can be saved away. Close one there, but Nebula, they're going to survive for the moment.
Yeah, Venganza, they've been kind of on the defense for this majority of this game, but finally starting to break out. There could be another opportunity if Smooth misses this, but able to get the touch. But so far, kind of back and forth. Nothing really happening for the first halftime before Nebula was finally able to put that one away. And I'm a little concerned about Venganza that they haven't come out super hot in this game too, the way they did game 1.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Venganza, they've always looked really hot, and they've always come out with a very solid start. So for them to lose game 1 and now, still tied in game 2 could potentially go Nebula's way. You have to be wondering what they can do. As this one sent towards the net, Sky is going to make a nice save, picking up a savior medal. It's now a double commit for Nebula. Can Venganza make him pay? Skies can't find the touch, but it's going to leave it for Ladog. A great save, but it's not going to matter. 4 is just going to put it in, and Venganza in the lead.
Yeah, and that's another double commit from Nebula that's bit them in the butt there. And they really didn't get punished for it in game 1 or the early parts of this game too bad, but finally it's able to be capitalized on from Venganza. And I don't care how good of a save you get as last man, when you have all 3 Venganza players bearing down on your net, it's going to be an easy shot.
Yeah, so now 30 seconds remaining. Venganza, they're looking to tie this series at 1. It's 4 trying to drop it in the corner. Almost a beautiful shot. It's not going to go this time as Ladog sends it off the post. Look at the follow. He puts it in. A 3rd goal for Venganza. And they're looking like with 20 seconds here, they might just have this one.
Yeah, I think Ladog is the key for this Venganza team because the way they play, 4 is going to monkey and Skies is going to monkey. And 4 and Skies are going to be those guys passing to each other on the offense. And I kind of saw it in the comms a little bit earlier. It seemed like Ladog was playing a little bit tentative, and we even saw that he missed, as another one's going to roll in here at the end of this game, but it was kind of all but over for this game 2. But Ladog, he seemed a little bit tentative for game 1 and most of this game 2. Finally able to almost get that double for the 3rd goal and eventually put it in. I think he's the key for this team.
I mean, yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, you got 4 on your roster, so he's going to be doing big things. So you need your other guys and Skies and Ladog to step up. As 4, he's going to put another one in his 4th of the game, 4 with 4 goals, and it's a 5-1 lead. And Venganza, they've got this one all but wrapped up here.
Yeah, just another misplay at that point from Smooth, but when you're down 4-1 with 17 seconds left, it doesn't even matter at that point anyway. But back to Ladog, it seemed like in the comms he was like hesitating on what he was calling, and by the time he called it, his challenges looked a little awkward. But hopefully, for their sake, after a 5-1 convincing victory, maybe his confidence will get back up. And it can be tough to play with like 2 people in a monkey play style, because sometimes you just watch them play and you sit back and you're not quite sure when they're going to half rotate, when they're going to turn in, or if you should go. And by the time you do go, you might get beat.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Skies and 4, they're ball hawks, so they're gonna get all the touches they can get. And Dog, I mean, he still found his touches here in this one. I mean, he performed well. 1 goal, 3 assists, found that playmaker there. Had 4 shots, 2 saves as well. So he was definitely involved. Definitely involved in this one, and I mean, a good performance there from Venganza. I mean, they scored 5 goals. I mean, maybe Bagels, this is their offense kind of, starting things up here.
Yeah, and it was a completely different game the first 2.5 minutes into that game too. Nebula had that great goal, and Venganza kind of got an easy counterattack on him shortly after. But it was such a close game in that first 2.5 minutes, and all of a sudden Venganza popped off like we know we can. And if you awake the the fire in them, I mean, you're gonna get score. You're gonna have a convincing scoreline like that coming from him.
Yeah, they pulled it off there, so they're going to tie the series at 1 apiece as we head into game number 3. Crucial game here for both teams, trying to get that lead. Good news is though, Bagels, we won't have a 4th consecutive sweep, so we're all good. We're all good for content.
I was just about to bring that up. I was gonna say with a 1-1 series score, we're guaranteed for at least some more content than the last few games.
That's what we like to hear. So we'll see. Maybe if we're lucky enough, we'll go to Game 7. We'd love to see that here. As Venganza, they're back on the offense. Can Ford put another one? No, it's going to go too far. The dog trying to get to it, but Press J sending it down. Zin. The double commit comes out from Nebula again. Hunting for that demo smooth in an awkward spot. Gonna try to stay in front of it. Finds the save. Nice one from him. As Ford gets it by 1. He's going to dribble this one up. He's just going by everybody here. There's that one. Sent over to the corner, Smooth, able to get the clear and send things down. Nebula, an opportunity here is in. He can't find the touch. Just gonna go off to the side there is the dog sends it out. Venganza, they've had some early pressure here as they're still going again. Skies had an opportunity. One more shot. It's getting a wide. The dog misses that, but Venganza, they still had a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and Nebula's barely holding off. A few clutch saves coming in from them to keep Venganza at bay. But right there, that was just a case of Venganza missing their shots. But a great pass from 4 down to Skies. That's what I was talking about earlier, the Skies 4 combo up on offense.
Oh my goodness, what a pass down. That was insane from 4. I mean, you know, at this point we kind of expected from him, but I mean, still, that was still a highlight reel goal. And what a passing play, what a shot.
There's only so many defensive stops you can pull off when Venganza's barrage of shots are coming in like that. You're not going to be able to stop that one, unfortunately. Ball just got hit up the skies, and it was such a fast pass down. There was no way they could react in time. But I was going to say earlier, if Nebula can keep up their defense and reduce the amount of double commits, I think this could be potentially a Game 7 series. This could be closer than I originally thought, the way they're playing.
And they're going to have to get some more offense, though. I mean, they've had pretty decent defense. They're going to need to find a goal as they take one towards the net, but Press J can't connect. This one out in the midfield. He's sent by 1. Sky's dropping it down in the midfield towards the net, and 4 is just going to send that one in, and there's this Venganza offense just going off again.
Yeah, that's absolutely the worst feeling to have in Rocket League. To know you can make a shot on the offense, and then you backboard it, you miss it, and you get counterattacked on within 5 seconds. It's actually the worst, and that's exactly what happened right there for Nebula. And now, that was the one shot they've been able to get all game, and I don't know if they're going to get much more as Venganza are starting to heat up.
And I mean, this Venganza squad, we talked about it. Their offense, when they find it, they are on point, and it's hard to stop them. It's just a freight train that keeps going, can't be stopped. As this one is sent back, maybe Venganza might get stopped there, but Nebula, you're going to need to pull something off. As we've only got 2 minutes remaining. That one just towards net. Press J has to get back at the last moment. Ladog out there looking for the touch up forward, trying to get to it, but is in. A good backboard defense. Able to clear that one away. Skies now in the corner. Looking for another one. Can't find it. Ford trying to find that angle. And trying to slide it through, but is in. Good defense, good stop there. This Press J sending it down. Nebula, they have to find something here. Another double commit comes out from them, but it's going to go down smooth. Has the net. Can he put it in? He puts it off the post. Another double commit from Venganza this time, but it's not going to go. And finally, an opportunity for Nebula, but again, they can't fit it through.
Yeah, and when you're playing against a team that's playing this solid right now in Venganza, you have to be hitting your shots because they're only got a minute and a half left as the net's somewhat open. Zen with the pre-flip save, but you just need to be hitting your shots against this Venganza team because you're not going to get that many. Still sitting at only 2 shots now for Nebula. And these double commits in the midfield and on defense is really holding them back. As another one's going to go in, and that's going to seal this Game 3 most likely.
Yeah, I mean, another nice shot there, but yeah, I think you said it perfectly. I mean, these double commits from Nebula, they are just hurting them so bad. It was only a matter of time before they were punished on the defensive end for all those double commits. And Venganza, like we talked about, this offense, it's going to be too much to handle when you're double committing, and even when you're not double committing, it can be too much to handle. So them to double commit and survive for that long, it was surprising they weren't scored on earlier. But now Bagels a minute remaining here. Nebula, they're down by 3. It's almost looking to the point where they're going to have to look for game number 4.
I mean, they're not gonna have. They might not. They're gonna. As another one's gonna sink in here. As all of Venganza is in the defensive half for Nebula. I don't know where the rotation is. There's Zen missing again. He's been playing extremely aggressive. He's definitely an aggressive player looking for those redirects on the offensive half, but I just don't think that's going to work against Venganza right now. And all of Game 1 and Game 2, I've seen Zen whiff a few times on the offense, and that's part of the problem. I think he's the guy on offense, and if he's whiffing and everybody's double committing, it's just a bad combination, unfortunate series of events that are holding them back at the moment.
Well, and something we talked about earlier is, Ventus is pulling off the 80 and the 85 and a 35 to get home for this game. Is this the Ventus sub-in time?
This could be as Sky. He still manages to get the goal. He balled out his own team. I think it was 4. He balled out 4 to try and get this goal. That was a great fake going under. Honestly, if he flicked it to the left side, or honestly to the left or right side, he could have put it away, but I think he really wanted that fake. But yeah, this could be an interesting conversation for Nebula to potentially have Ventus go in. I'm not sure who he would go in for. Normally he's gone in for Smooth, as Nebula finally able to get one, but at this point it's just a consolation goal. But
there's Smooth.
Could be interesting.
There's Smooth, we were talking about, able to get that goal, like you said, a consolation goal, but yeah, is Ventus going to come into this one? I know that was something you kind of talked about, is when to use your sub. I know I heard you talk about it a little bit in the Pinnacle game. It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision to make when you want to put in your sub, especially when you won a game and when you're close in the series.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a pivotal point. If you're gonna use your sub, I would use them now, because if you're gonna put your sub in when you're down 3-1 in the series, you're kind of putting a lot of pressure on them. And at that point, morale is already low that you're putting your sub in down 3-1 scoreline. So if you're going to do it, I would do it early. As Ventus has joined the match, we're going to find out for Game 4 who he's going to be going in for. But I think that was a good decision. If they were going to make the move, they should have made it now.
All right, well, looks like they're going to make the move here. So Ventus, who's he going to go in for? Looks like we're going to have to remake the lobby quick here, but now Nebula, they won the first game here, Bagels, but now they go down in this one, and they're down 2-1. I mean, what do they have to do to come back in this next game?
Honestly, I think it's just a matter of those double commits and those whiffs on those offensive opportunities. I mean, there was just so many double commits in the midfield. I couldn't even remember. I couldn't point out who the offending players were, but it was honestly all 3 of them, I have a feeling. Just 4 or 5 times a match, and that puts your last man in an unfortunate spot, especially at this level when you have 4 and Skies who are bearing down on your net, going for demos, going for these mechanical plays. It's going to put your last man back in an extremely unfortunate spot. And it's just going to be up to the rotation and those double commits. And there was a few times we saw in that Game 3 where Press J and Zin, I think it was, they only had 2 shots, but those 2 shots could have been goals. Could have changed the tide.
Yeah, definitely could have swung things around there. A couple, goal here, another save there, and it could definitely change things around. So we're gonna have to see as we head into this next game. Can Nebula started out strong? I mean, we saw how they were able to hold on in game number 1. I mean, it was a close game, but I mean, Nebula was able to squeak it out, and even in this last game here, it seemed like despite the ending of it, seemed like Nebula, they were kind of close there. I mean, it wasn't a complete blowout from Venganza, but
I'd call 5-1 a blowout.
a little bit.
I think Game 4 is a good time to head into the Nebula comms, though, with the addition of Ventus. So I think that'll be a good time to do it.
Let's do it. Let's go head over.
Who's that? Oh, no.
It's the commentators.
I know. Isn't she?
Alright, I'll go
Alright.
left.
I'll try and hit left. Watch out, Forza there.
He beats, yeah. I'm just gonna wait on back wall. It's awkward
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You missed.
You're
Can't
fine.
shoot.
Sky's up.
You're down.
Yeah, no shot.
I'll hit the corner.
Four's there. I'm up.
I'll be back forward.
I blocked.
Nice hit,
Yeah.
Vento.
Watch out,
Guy's
he's-
there. I'm pretty low.
Maybe.
Good
Oh, what
dog,
a hit.
Yeah,
I'll wait
wow.
for Force touch and then
Yeah,
I got
He's
this.
missing, he's missing.
I'm third now.
Oh, what the?
I'll play this guy's touch.
Yeah, I got this. Ooh.
I'm just third now.
I'm
third.
going. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stall time. I'm dead.
You can do this. Nice.
Nice.
That's
I got
good.
this.
Guys is on. That's good touch.
Yep.
Same
Turn.
touch.
I'm there. Catching.
Nice. Zen.
Nice. One on
Watch
one.
out, Flick.
15.
Nice, nice.
I'm low boost.
You again?
I'll try beat. Straight. One on.
Oh,
Oh, I'm throwing.
Oh,
Nice,
wait,
nice touch.
You got time, you got time.
Holy, I'm
Up,
throwing,
up.
boys.
Straight down.
oh,
goes
you?
in.
Tried to hit around, but it
Left
didn't
his
get.
turn.
I'm getting bumped. Blue dog
My
up.
dog's there. This is awk. My bad.
You're fine, you're fine.
He goes in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take boost.
One on. Nice.
I'm
I'm
third
guys-
now.
I can't. Good pass.
Nice, nice try.
Straight
I'm gonna
out.
leave,
I'm
leave.
there.
Good beat.
Yep.
Off corner.
Tried to bump me, but it didn't feel.
Demo to 4.
Get off wall.
I gotta wait.
I got that left corner. I'm back
Playing
first
a
now.
game, Bella.
I'm there.
Nice. I'll go.
Bang.
Yep. Again.
Yeah, yep.
50. Nice.
Dead. I'm bumping the dog.
Last if you
I'm
can.
bumping him.
I'm just gonna try and 50.
Maybe.
I'm getting back.
Yeah, I bumped the dog. I'm kind of out of play for a
You?
sec.
Yep. It's
So
over.
dog's
I'm
there.
Ah. Good read.
Nice.
I'm 0.
Watch shot.
Yeah, 4's there. I was trying to make sure the shot didn't go. You got?
Yeah, oh,
Got
you.
20. Yeah. He's there for shot.
It's not in? Huh.
Good try.
I didn't know you wanted that, Ventus. So I let you go, and then I went to go back down.
I'm just getting boost started. Oh, yeah, find some
Good.
fucking boost.
All right, Bagels. Bagels, what do you think? What do you think of those comms? Definitely different than what we heard from Venganza.
I'm gonna take 3 things out of that. Ventus is on Fennec, which is interesting. He normally uses Octane. 2, I thought the comms were actually pretty good. But 3, I caught it at the tail end right before you left, or right after you left. I think it was Ventus said we're playing super panicky on defense, and I could see it. The comms were there, but the action was not, because they were communicating exactly what they were doing, but they were just playing so panicky, and their touches were being messed up, their positioning was a little bit messed up, and finally Venganza was able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think they had definitely a different style of comms, communicating more. But I think you're right. How they were a little bit panicky. They were definitely a little bit frantic on the calls there. They were calling on everything, but you can kind of hear the little bit of the urgency in their voice, because I think they know that they've got to win this. They got to win this game, tie up this series, and give themselves a chance.
And actually, a 4th thing to take out from that is that they actually subbed in Ventus for Pressure, which was an interesting decision. Because I actually thought that he was playing pretty solid, minus those double commits. I thought he was more of a threat on offense, but like I said, this Nebula roster is pretty adaptable, so you could kind of switch out anybody. Great pass from 4 to Ladog in the midfield, though, and that's going to go in. Great play from Venganza.
Wow, nice play there, Venganza, able to get another one. Nice touch out there. What a touch from 4. And Ladog just going to slide over the last 2 defenders, and now Venganza 2-0 lead. They're about to go up here. It could potentially be 3-1 if Nebula can't make a comeback. I mean, 142, it's not impossible, but Venganza has been playing so solid in this one.
Yeah, that was... In fact, Skies was a big proponent of that play, too. That was a great 3-man passing play. As another one almost able to go in there, but a great save from Ventus. As Skies hit it to 4, and then 4 hit it out to Ladog for that second goal. But this was another case of Nebula playing so solid on defense the first half of this game, and then finally Venganza was able to turn one in. And again, Nebula sitting at 2 shots with just over a minute left. They just can't get on offense enough. As a great play coming out from Sin, and that's going to fake out the whole defense. Excuse me. The 3rd shot is lethal.
Oh my goodness, Zin, what a shot there. He's taking it low. Ladog expected the normal ceiling shot, but Zin just goes underneath. What a play.
Yeah, and that's been the guy on offense from them. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but the whole time throughout that comms, like I said, they were communicating what they were doing, but Zin, his positioning was just so bad. He was all over Zin, or not Zin, Ventus and Smooth. They were just all over each other. With Zin, a bump coming out from Ventus, almost able to go to a goal. But I feel like Zin, if his positioning was a little bit better, he could be in spots to hit great shots like that more often. But excuse me, Ventus pre-jumping from across the wrap. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Nebula. They're just hitting crack shot after crack shot. And
that's the man with the chicken fever right there. He's got the sweaty chicken hands, 100 miles per hour.
Dude, I mean, he's fast on the road and he's fast in the game. Oh my goodness. What a shot there and a great read. First one to it, and now we're at a tie game here. Nebula looking to tie up the series after those two huge shots. And they're going to have to see if they can keep this momentum as Venganza. Are they going to panic and crumble under this? We'll have to see in the final 30 seconds of Game 4. The dog over 1-4. Can he hit the redirect? He can't. It's going to go off. This ball's out here. Skies just going to send it in the Nebula corner. Smooth with a touch. Skies going to cut it off to the backboard. Out in the corner once more. Zin trying to read to it. Gets one touch. Could be an attack here for Nebula, but he messes up the touch. Could be dangerous now for Venganza, the passing play. It's going to be set up in the corner. Can they find it? Ladog pops it up. Ventus, though, able to keep it high. Nebula, a double commit comes out there. It still could be dangerous in Venganza. They kept the ball up, but it's going to touch the ground, and we've got overtime.
That was a pivotal point for Nebula right there. They could have scored in regulation. Either they could have pulled off another highlight play as hold on 4 on the dribble. This could be dangerous for them as another double commit save comes out, but they could have gone for the highlight pinch play, which almost happened, or if Zin didn't jump again, he was being too antsy. That's how he's been all game. They could have gotten the pass out to the middle and scored.
It's been close times here. In this overtime to start, Venganza had a couple of great plays almost go in. They've got the pressure right back here, dropping it down past a 4, but Ventus able to deny it again. A little bit of a double commit for Nebula. They're double committing again as this one's out in the corner. You can still see the panic from them as this one, another double commit comes out. Nebula just going after each other all over the map. They just do not know who's going when. Unfortunately, again, it hasn't cost them yet, but Ventus no boost to work with. Gonna be sent up into the corner. Skies off the backboard. Smooth on the catch, looking for the dunk. Gets it by 1, but 4. Popping it up, Ladog over the top, Zin. He's gonna try to get to this touch. Skies off the backboard, but Smooth gonna send it out, and Nebula finally able to get things out here. But I mean, the double commits, Bagels, is definitely concerning.
I mean, I brought it up the whole series, and it hasn't been more apparent than it has been in this overtime now. It's just, they're so panicky on defense, and either the comms are just so frantic that they're moving before what they're hearing, or they just need to trust each other a little bit more. Because there was times where the last man back, that's a great dunk coming out from Ventus, that could have been a goal. There's so many times where the last man back has time, and they just don't know they have time.
Yeah, I mean, we listen to their comms. I think you're exactly right. It could be the franticness in the call that's really kind of throwing them off. But so far, they've been able to survive, mostly off the back of Ventus here, who has 7 saves in this one, as 4 trying to get to one. That one's going back towards the net. But Skies, he's able to get to that one. Zin trying to get another touch. He pops it up high. Smooth, not much boost to work with. He's going to get wiped off the map there. This could be an opportunity here. Ventus with the shot, but 4 has to come in. A little bit of a double click for Venganza on this one. But for the moment, it works out. Zin, he can't find that touch, leaving Ventus all by himself. He misses as well. Got to be careful here, because this one's going towards the net, but it's going to be sent away here. Nebula still holding on. Ladog, he's able to cut it off, send it towards the backboard. The open net there, but Zin and nobody from Venganza able to follow up. They had the demo there, but nobody on offense for some reason. I mean, Venganza were used to their offense, but nobody was there that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. As again, the Nebula players, they were just all over each other in that midfield and double commits galore. There's just so many times where they're just all over each other, giving each other no space. And there's Zin again. That's like the 3rd or 4th time he's pre-jumped in the last 30 seconds, and he hasn't even been close to making contact. There he is again, balling Smooth. Zin, he just needs to calm down on the field right now.
You can see the mistakes coming out. We don't want to see those, especially in a playoff match. With the high intensity. I mean, it's only a wonder how Nebula hasn't been scored on at this point with all these double commits. Venganza just unable to capitalize. Is now Smooth trying to get this offense back going. Out in the corner here, Nebula back on it. It's popped up high. Ladog has to get the touch. He does. But Zin gonna get to that one. Gonna pop it back out. Smooth to the corner to Zin. As that one sent off the backboard. Blocked out in the midfield. Still dangerous around here. Nebula, a great touch there. Almost going to happen. Nebula, they're all over each other. They're literally right inside of each other. What is going on? There's nobody back. The rotation is not there. They're committing so hard right now. And Pegels, again, Venganza doesn't capitalize.
I mean, Nebula was just doing such a good job on offense right there that Venganza didn't have any boost, and we're probably in a frantic situation as well. And if they weren't all in the same spot right there, they could have kept it up, but now they're back on offense. Here's in with the shot. Before is going to send it away. And there's just so many close opportunities. They might have missed their shot, but Ventus with another clutch save.
Another great save is now Nebula still holding on. We're almost at 5 minutes on extra game of Rocket League in overtime here. As this ball's popped up high, Nebula has to get to the touch. 2 people on the backboard. Is Ventus going to send that one out? I mean, we keep talking about it, but I mean, it's the main point here that they're just double committing on everything. It's somehow still working as this one's sent back down. Out in the midfield, could be dangerous, but the dog able to find the touch as we hit the 5-minute mark of overtime. Nebula, they got to try to find some offense. Ladog on the backboard. He drops it right down. It's denied away. Oh my goodness, we almost saw another one.
That's just so much offensive powerhouses being on display right now. There's just back and forth shots. And Nebula, they've been double committing again, and they still haven't been punished. As another one comes out, it's only a matter of time, approaching 6 minutes of overtime. Surely Venganza's going to be able to put one away, or maybe Nebula can pull off another highlight reel play as they're back on offense here. Ventus on the dribble. He had a decent opportunity, but he couldn't cut it hard enough. I'm not sure if he didn't have boost. Great dunk from Zin off to the side, and Smooth there now. Another miss coming out, but there's just so many opportunities for Nebula. It's finally one slips past. And Zin gets another save.
Oh my goodness! How do they do it? They're surviving so much here. This is just insane here. I mean, there's 20 shots out for Venganza. Make it 21. As that one goes off the post, they still haven't found it. It's still there, but Zin, another one. Oh my goodness, what is going on right now? The shots are unreal. Nebula's just holding on. I mean, if they somehow win this game, Bagels, I mean, this series could be theirs with the way they've survived in this one. It's unreal right now. But Sky's going to try to send it in. It's off the post again. It's not going to go 4 off the backboard. It's saved away once more. Smooth and Nebula, they're trying to get some offense. It's popped up.
Oh my goodness!
No way. Smooth puts it in, and Nebula tie up the series.
That is officially the most hype game I've ever casted. That might be one of the best Nemesis matches on stream, and we only have 27 viewers in the stream. Where is the hype? That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen on Nemesis.
Wow, I would have to agree with you there. That was insane. Oh, my goodness, I mean, whew, I don't really know what to say.
That was exciting. And honestly, as little amount of shots Nebula had in comparison to Venganza, every single one of Nebula's shots was way more threatening than Venganza's were. The quality of shots for Nebula was there, even though the quantity wasn't. And every time Nebula was there on the goal line, I thought they were going to score. They should have won this game like 4 times over. Not that Venganza couldn't have won it convincingly either with the amount of shots they put up, but my goodness, what a game 4.
Wow, that was insane. There were 22 shots from Venganza. That is unreal. That is a shot total you do not hear in Rocket League. 22 shots. And there was 13 saves out from Nebula on that one. I mean, Venganza missing some shots there, but I mean, Nebula, Bagels, I don't know how they survived, but they did. And the series is tied now. It's 2-2. And really, I mean, it's anyone's series at this point. It might even be Nebula's series to take.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say after that. That was just an incredible performance. Saves galore. double commits galore, great shooting opportunities. That was just great Rocket League.
Wow, that was insane for sure. We're gonna have to see as we head into Game 5, a crucial Game 5 here. We're gonna see who's gonna pull this one off. Wow, I don't know, Bengals. I don't know who has the edge. I mean, Nebula, they survived so much. I mean, they might have the edge here in this one after all those saves and to put in the game winner there. 6 minutes in overtime.
Yeah, that was actually unreal. I mean, I think our casting was pretty hype, but I definitely would have been interested to see what the comms were like for Venganza or for Nebula after that essentially 11-minute performance. That sense of relief, I would have been really interested to hear that. But I think we got to delve in again. I would like to go in again at maybe more of a competitive moment in the series than rather right away off kickoff. But man, what a Game 4.
Yeah, that was insane for sure in this one. So we're gonna get these guys joined up in a second here, and then we'll probably take a peek in at the Venganza comms after we get in this series a little bit more, so we can kind of see how they're going. But I think we get these guys joined up here and get things going here. So Game 5, after that crazy game. I'm curious to see who's going to come out firing here. Bagels, you think that Nebula defense is going to be able to hold up? I mean, they survived that entire onslaught, 6-minute overtime. Is it gonna hold up, and can they fix those double commits?
I think it comes down to those double commits, because if they can just avoid those, I'm pretty sure the defense will hold up. But if they can't, I think the defense will continue to be a problem for them. But they did have that stalwart defense throughout that whole overtime. As another save coming on from Smooth there in a pivotal situation. Dog not able to find the touch though, but yeah, it's going to be a battle of Venganza's offense versus Nebula's defense for the rest of this series.
I would have to agree. We saw a couple more double commits come out. Can they hold on, and can Venganza finally find one through? I mean, they had their opportunities for sure. I mean, 22 of them. As we see a shot going to go in, Smooth putting that one in, and now they're back in the lead here. Nebula starting out firing, and they could be pulling this one off.
Yeah, Smooth's kind of popping off, and I actually forgot to bring it up that, yeah, Ventus got subbed in for Pressure, and he did not disappoint in that Game 4. He was looking really solid. And honestly, at this point, I think we go back into Nebula's comms.
I was just about to say, I think we need to change it around. We're going to take in Nebula's comms here, see how they're doing. Let's go in.
Not in?
Good try.
I'm
You
leaving.
can go, Zan?
I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna bang.
Guy's there. I'll try and bump.
Nice.
Bump that
I'll
dog.
I missed.
Ooh,
Watch
I'll
out.
push
We're trying
this.
to keep position.
I got mid. I'm third now. I'll try and
I'll
go.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Clicked over one.
I
Nice.
go.
You again,
I
Zan?
have I'll go again.
You, Zen?
15.
Straight down.
I'm gonna let 4 get this, and then...
And I
Ooh.
bump that dog.
Done with guys. Done with last.
They're both
Four's
up.
awkward.
Yep,
They
yep.
doubled. They
double.
doubled.
I'm there.
One
Guys,
you do?
low. I go.
Nice.
I'll try and double.
I'm done with
I
last.
still have boost.
I couldn't. My bad.
I'm getting back third.
I bump skies.
I'm up.
I bump skies again.
Oh, what a double!
Yeah, I should
Back,
called.
back,
My
back.
bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Nice, good
I'll leave back boost for you. Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
0.
yeah.
I'm trying to grab pads and get up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
got
gonna try and
pads. It's
dunk.
bang.
I missed. Watch out.
I'll pinch it.
Nice.
Watch
Watch
out.
out.
Guys. He missed.
Miss.
I'll go.
Oh, I
Take
missed
possession.
bump on 4.
Straight out mid.
I can
I
get.
got bumped.
I'm gonna fake actually. Never mind, guys.
Oh, you go.
They're both there.
Yeah.
Both in corner. I'm gonna try to demo the dog. I got the dog. That's last.
Maybe
gone.
Zen. Oh, I'm dead.
I'll
Never mind.
That's fine. He's gonna bank
Yeah.
clear. I'm gonna wait for the dog's touch.
I grab their corner. I
I'm
bump
up.
skies.
I'm up. Oh, nice.
Try and tip. Nice try.
Well,
Nice
my bad.
Ventus, you.
Played around him.
Great tip.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
One
out.
you two. One you two.
I'll turn. 50.
Yeah,
Straight
I'm
out
up.
mid. One up with you.
I'm there.
Then
Bang.
you
Yeah,
boo.
4 Nice.
Oh, unfortunate. Maybe it's Ventus. They missed.
Can't
And I
shoot.
bumped 4.
All fat. I beat.
Nice.
He's
Oh,
gonna bang.
you
I
go.
got-
You
I
go.
got- Yeah, I'm 0 though.
Take time. Nice. There's back corner boost. Sorry.
Oh shit. It's all good.
I gotta wait for the dog touch wall.
Sorry, I should have
Yeah.
called.
I'm there. Oh shit.
Oh no! Wait, you're fine.
Hey, you follow?
Oh,
Fuck, dude.
all good, it's all good.
Crap.
We got this. We're fine.
Nah, that's my bad. Yeah. I didn't know you were there, Zen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect
Okay.
that. But you were been pretty awkward tomorrow.
Open the shit. Oh well.
I should have left immediately. That's fine, we got this. It's tied.
All right, so unfortunate play there. The own goal goes through, but yeah, Bagels. I mean, again, what do you think about the Nebula comms? Is another one in. Oh my goodness, they're gonna survive for the moment, but still dangerous. And this one's towards the net. It's gonna be own goal.
No.
That's tough. There, Nebula just collapsing in front of our eyes.
Yeah, and the comms, they were frantic again, and then I feel like Zin, he just doesn't, he should have called way earlier before that even happened, before Ventus even was going up the wall to make that touch. And if he said it, that whole situation could have been avoided, and again, another double commit actually leads to another own goal. And honestly, Nebula, they looked so good in this match, it was completely different. They had Venganza on the back foot for 3 minutes, and they could have scored. They missed a few of their shots and a few opportunities, and they could have been up 3-2 in this series, but now they're looking down. They're gonna have to find another one here, and they just look so good on offense right now.
Yeah, they're definitely turned it around, and I was going to say something about the comms here. I mean, they're all talking so much. You know, do you think there kind of needs to be someone that's just kind of like a comms leader? It seemed like they were kind of just missing, you know, kind of that sound voice, the one voice of reason. It seemed like they were all, you know, trying to talk and communicate as much as possible. I don't know what your thoughts on that about having one main guy that's kind of, you know, has heads up above the rest.
I think it's definitely not a bad strategy to have, but also I think it's up to the third man to be the leader of comms at that particular point. As another double commit comes out, there's just been so many double commits for Nebula. They're still being competitive in this matchup. I just don't get it. But honestly, the third man should be the leader of comms because they're behind everybody and they can let everybody know what to do at that particular point. Zin was the third man in that play. He should have been the one calling it. And honestly, if you're on the retreat back, the person furthest away from defense should let somebody know who to go. Or just be less frantic, honestly.
Well, we'll have to see. They're going to need a goal here in Game 5. Final seconds. Ball into the midfield. Ventus denied away. Nebula, they have to turn it around. It's sent back. The dog cutting it off. Still dangerous, though. It's popped up. Is it going to touch the ground? It is. And Venganza, they're going to take this one, and they're going to have a 3-2 series lead heading into Game 6. And they kind of got back on that offense, but it really seemed like two big mistakes from Nebula that just cost them that game.
Yeah, they really threw that game. That was a big game right there because Venganza looked awful that first 3 minutes. They could not do anything on defense. Nebula was just barraging them. And they were backflipping. Venganza was double committing on defense for a change. And they just looked so shaky. And then all of a sudden, that one mistake, that one lapse in communication came out for Nebula. And then another own goal shortly right after. I mean, that was the game. Because now Venganza, they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, Nebula, they kind of threw it away. They had it right there. Victory was within their grasp. I mean, they took the first goal, and I mean, Bagels, after that Game 4, that insane Game 4 that we saw, they had all the momentum going in that game. And for them, for Venganza, though, I mean, you got to look at them. I mean, despite the mistakes from Nebula, they were able to bounce back after all of that and somehow pull that victory. I mean, they've got to be in command here in Game 6.
Yeah, I think if they can bounce back, if they can be as deadly as they were in that first 3 minutes of that last match, this could easily go back Nebula's way. That's another save coming out for the Nebula defense. That's been the clutch. That's been their fallback in this series, has been that defense, double commits or not. But they just need to play solid. They need to rely on each other. It's another own goal almost coming out from a pre-flipping smooth, and they just got to get this defense and communication under order.
See what they can do. This one's popped up for. Can he get a touch? Ventus tries to drop it down. The follow smooth coming in with the first goal. Nebula starts it out, able to get that one in, and a great goal from them, able to give them the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, if Nebula kept up their shooting accuracy in that Game 5, they could have won that Game 5. And now here again, getting a quick opportunity. Every single opportunity for Nebula looks so deadly. It's just anytime they're on offense, it just looks like the shot could go in. Whereas with Venganza, if 4's on the ball, I could say the same, but I can't say the same for Skies and Ladog as a good fake comes out. Excuse me, every shot opportunity is a quality opportunity.
Oh my goodness, Nebula just able to put it in. Smooth just goes by 2 of them. What a play. Oh my goodness, he puts it home. Nebula wants this game 7 here. Venganza, they're gonna have to make a comeback here. And I think I actually want to head into their comps here.
Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about.
As the double commit comes out here, a tough mistake. And it's just gonna that's just tough right there. It's just gonna go in. But I want to take a look in. We're gonna take a peek at Venganza's comms here for a little bit.
No way he did it!
Oh yeah. Oh no no. Oh no! I went too fast.
Yo, shout out Smooth.
Gosh dang it! Someone.
I told you, the shenanigans were going to come into play, and you know, they may be playing really bad in this game 6, but I mean, you know, Venganza's always going to have a good time.
That's true. They're definitely having a good time there, and that one is kind of funny. I mean, but Bagels, I mean, they're memeing around in those comms, but they get scored on. So I mean, you know, what are they doing?
I don't even think it was the sake of the comms. I think there was just, I think they were just playing really bad at that particular moment. Skies, he pushed up too far and he tried to get back, didn't realize the ball wasn't in, and then I think it was another, I don't know if Smooth scored that one too, but it was another slow play, another slow shot coming out from Smooth that faked out that Venganza defense. That's exactly how that second goal got scored too.
Well, now Nebula, a 3-1 lead, looking to push it to Game 7. Can they do it? We'll have to find out and pull off the major upset. I'm not sure any brackets predicted Nebula. I can't confirm that, but I mean, not many people would, you know, even have given Nebula the chance to stay in this game, and for them Bagels to be in this position, you know, only a couple minutes away is this one.
Oh my,
saved
what a
away.
save!
Oh my goodness, Zin, he puts it away, but for Nebula to be in this game here, potentially pushing to Game 7, I mean, it's got to be surprising, but you got to give them props.
They're playing out of their minds right now. Double commits and communication and defensive mistakes aside, when they're on point, they look really good. This is a completely different Nebula than I've seen. I've seen the potential in our 2 series. I've seen what they can do when you let them back into the series. Now that Venganza's let him back in, this could be not only a Game 7, but a Nebula series victory.
Can they pull it off? Yeah, you talked about it. They let him in the door here. If they can pull this off, they're in position, and all it'll take is one win. But first, they're going to have to hold on, and the rest of this one is Smooth, trying to take it up. The dog going to deny it away. Sending it down is Skies out in the midfield. Ventus pushing it towards the backboard. A drop-down pass. Looking for the shot. Zin's going to put it in. Put a great pass from Smooth.
Yeah. And as good of a pass as it was, Zin needs to get more power on this shot. I mean, if Ladog didn't mess up his challenge right there, that could have easily been a save. I think Ladog thought he was going to shoot it faster, and it kind of worked out for Nebula right there, but I think they kind of got away with one, and that puts them in a really good spot heading into Game 7, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, only have to hold on for a minute 20 here to push it to Game 7 as a miss comes out. Right in the middle, Zin can't put it in. Venganza, just so many mistakes. I mean, this is just not the Venganza. Oh my goodness, Zin, what a save again. But, you know, I don't know, Bagels, I don't know how much this isn't the Venganza squad that we're used to, or if it's just Nebula stepping up to the occasion and performing.
I think that was the one misplay Fours had all series, honestly. He tried to dribble it up the back wall to air dribble it out. Oh my god, Skies, he's peeking! He actually doubles. And now Venganza, they might have let themselves back in the door.
Okay,
oh my!
Sky's going in. What a shot there. The double tap is going to go in. And hold on a minute, folks. Venganza might be looking to take this one. I mean, 50 seconds. They're still down by 2, but can they pull it back? Here's the dog. He finds the demo on 1. Going to send it up. Here's 4. It's out. Nebula just going to dribble it by Ladog. He has to race back. Ventus to the ceiling. Looking for the shot there. He can't find it, but it's still dangerous. And it's almost in the net. It's not going to go. The ball's so close there. Venganza's still trying to go with this one, but Ladog just throwing away the possession. And are they going to get punished? No, they're not going to get punished there. And Venganza, they need a goal right here. Ventus trying to cut it off, but Venganza, they're still trying to get back to it. But at this point, a miss. And it's still dangerous, actually. Could be a shot here, but Smooth racing back. Going to be blocked up. And that might just do it. As this one still around, it's not going to go. And that is going to do it. We're heading to Game 7, Bagels.
Yeah, and Zin was the man that game on defense. He had 5 saves, and almost every single one of his saves was a last-second desperation pre-flip. In fact, he got bumped by 4 at one point and pre-flipped off the bump to save a line drive shot top left. And that was a good game from Nebula on defense. Sans that kickoff goal where Zin was just zooming in and completely missed the ball. I mean, that was the Nebula defense and communication you want to see. And then the other goal was just Skies with a great double tap off the left post. I mean, this turned out to be way more of a good series than I ever thought it was going to be. But this is going to be a good indicator for Game 7. If Venganza comes out of the gate hot and they don't meme, Nebula might be in trouble for Game 7.
I don't know. We're going to have to see, Bagels. We've got game number 7 here, the first Game 7 of the playoffs. If my memory serves me correctly here, it's going to be a good one here. Hey, Bagels, who do you think has the edge in this one?
It could go either way. The way this series has gone, I mean, we might be headed for another 6.5 minute overtime. Who knows?
Who knows? That would be one way to end it. But here we go. Game 7 here in this first round matchup between Nebula and Venganza. The winner goes on to face Grandmasters in the winners finals. Loser drops down to face Pinnacle. Let's see who's going to start this one out. Is Zin. Bangs that one a long way down the field. Ventus trying to get to the touch, but 4. He sends it up high. Zin, a double commit again from Nebula. It's dropping right in front of their net. They got to get back to it, and Ladog is going to make them pay the double commits. Not going to be able to survive that one.
Yeah, that was not the Game 6 Nebula comms and defense we saw. Zin, he should have just gone up way earlier. He should have called that he had it way earlier, and by the time he went, Smooth had jumped too. And by the time Zin had jumped, he made a misplay. And then actually, if that ball didn't go in, another double commit between the same 2 players happened right after. And when they're in these spots, they just got to make sure that they're saying what they need to say.
All right, is that one?
No.
That is not what you like to see. 4 just pinches it in. A tough one there.
Yeah, and now one mistake after the other. The first being that double commit whiff. And then Ventus, he comes off the wall and just gives the dribble away, which allows that easy pinch into the net. And now this is not where you want to be if you're Nebula. 40 seconds in, down 2-0. Another good opportunity for Skies here, and it's going to go in. This is what I'm talking about. You let Venganza in the door off that double commit whiff for the first goal, and they're not memeing around anymore.
Yeah, they're not messing around, and that's that offense there. And Bagels, now in Game 7 here, when you go down 3 goals in a Game 7, what do you have to do? What do you have to tell your team to, turn this around?
I mean, it's a pretty hard thing to boost your morale in this situation, but you just got to try and reset as much as possible. That's a good chance for them here. Zin going for the bump, almost a goal coming out for them there, but you just have to try and reset, calm down, and there's not much else you can do. You just gotta clutch up. You gotta start playing better.
Oh, is Zin going by 2, looking for that dunk out of the midfield. Yeah, I think Nebula, they're going to need a quick one here to regain some momentum. Is that one a little bit of a miss? Just dropped down 4. Going to send it down in the corner. Ventus popping it up, trying to stay with this one. Right into 4. A double commit comes out, but this time it's working for Nebula. They're trying to get back on offense. Zin off the backboard smooth, trying to drop it. He pops it up though. It's 4. Just going to wait on its move over the top. Can he put it in? He's getting bumped into it. He's going to put it in. Just 4. He's just bumping him into it, and they're going to score.
There was nothing 4 could do right there. There was just absolutely nothing he could do. If he bumped him, he owned gold. If he didn't do anything, he was going to score, and he just had to rely on the dog to try and make that last-minute save. And now, that's exactly what Nebula needed. They needed to get one back, and that might be able to start some momentum for him. But still, when you give up 3 goals that quick, that's a mountain to climb.
Yeah, they're going to have to find some way to bring it back. They've gotten 1, but they're going to need to find 2 more to at least force overtime. This one's blocked up high, smooth. And right down the dog, he misses it. It's dangerous. Another miss comes out. The net is open. It's going to go in smooth. He's coming in clutch, puts it in, and Nebula within 1.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. I think it was Skies with pre-flipping past the ball. I think he actually flipped the wrong way when he meant to double jump. But Director Cam was on Ventus, who was camping the boost pad, just hoping that the ball went in. And luckily for his sake, he was sitting on 9 boosts, and the ball just managed to go in. And that is huge for Nebula. As another miss comes out for the Venganza player. And Nebula might be back in this Game 7.
They're definitely in this one. I mean, only 1 goal down. They found an answer at least. They're going to have to get back on the offense, though, as Venganza rushing back to get this one smooth. Pops it up. Ventus trying to get to it, but 4 cuts it off. He's on the dribble. Got Ladog to his left. Tried to fake it around, but Zin, he found the touch. This could be dangerous. Ladog, he can't find the touch. It's open. Zin just has to...
Oh, no!
He saved it away. Oh, no.
I don't think it was Zin. I think he needed to make the shot. And unfortunately for Smooth, he just couldn't hit the shot right there, and then Zin couldn't find the redirect either. And that was huge for Venganza right there. And it's another pinch goal. It's gonna go in off the corner. Oh no, calamity for Nebula.
That one is tough. There is Smooth just right in the skies, who just puts it into the net. Another pinch goal here. I mean, that is a huge swing of events there. I mean, Nebula, they had the open net to shoot at, and then for Venganza to come back, and now instead of the game being at 3-3, we're at 4-2 Venganza.
Yeah, that was, as another miss comes out from Smooth. Now they're going to have to be speedy on these offensive transitions, and they already have been, which has led to those dribble pinches. They've been trying to be super fast out of defense to get back into offense. There's another opportunity for them here. Smooth up. Ventus with the pass down, but he couldn't find the touch. That could have been huge for the pass to Zin, but Ventus, he just couldn't find the redirect down to him. And now with a minute approaching, they're going to need to find another highlight reel shot or something to break down this Venganza defense or exploit some mistakes.
Can they do it as 4? Almost with the highlight play himself there. Zin now on the dribble, just sending it out 4, trying to get in the way. Zin on there to stick with it. Smooth. A demo comes out. It could be open here. Ventus just has to hit the shot, but Skies with a great save. Able to get back on it now as Nebula. They're desperately trying to get in on this one. Ventus looking for the shot. He sends it too high. The dog. He's going to leave it for Skies as 4 with the redirect. But 48 seconds here, Nebula. They need 2 goals. What do they have in the tank? As Ventus popping this one up. Zin off the backboard, but Skies with the great clear. He can't find the follow. He's going to get demoed off the map. Dog barely able to make the save. Zin sending it back in. Dog is upside down. And that one,
we got a triple commit save.
They save it away. Nebula, they're desperate here. They need a goal now. Can they put it in? Off the backboard, the follow, but it's right to Skies, who makes the save. Desperation moment now. As that one's towards the net, it's saved away again. Skies with a great touch. And that one's sent out in the middle. Last chance for Nebula. They need one now. Zin, he's hunting. The bump. The goal. It's going to go in. Smooth puts it in. 5 seconds remaining. Can they do it?
I've never seen so many shots hit right at the defender. They've had so many chances. They have 13 shots to Venganza's 7. And now they're going to have to find something quick off the kickoff here.
Can they do it here? Final 5 seconds. That ball's up. Ladog, he wins it though. This is going to be tough. Nebula can't find his in. He keeps it up, but he's demoed off the map. Venganza, they're keeping it up towards the net, but it touches the ground, and they survive. Oh my goodness, what a series. Venganza in 7.
That might have been one of the best series to be on Nemesis. I'm going to be honest. It's at least top 3. But man, for Nebula, they got to be reeling after they didn't hit that open net shot. And then time after time again, they had Venganza on the back foot, double and triple commits coming out for Venganza on defense. And they just rifled the ball right at the defender. Every single time, 4 or 5 opportunities in a row, they just shot it super quick right at him. If it was anywhere else, they had 5 or 6 good opportunities right there. They could have put one past.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got to be thinking too. I mean, if you're Nebula, I mean, those two pinch goals that go in this game for Venganza. I mean, it seemed like there were so many times in the series for Nebula. It seemed like after that insane game 4, that 6-minute overtime, that they might be able to pull this out. And when they got to this point, it just seemed like one of those pinches doesn't go Venganza's way, and it could have easily went to Nebula there. And now it kind of makes you think. Bagels. I mean, does Nebula have something in the lower run, and is Venganza maybe not as strong as we thought they were?
I think Venganza Grandmasters is going to be just as good as this series was. I don't think Venganza was playing up to their potential. They had a lot of lapses on defense, a lot of strange goals that went in. Rotation was a little bit awry, but man, for Nebula, they were peaking. Defense and communication issues aside, their offense was peaking when they were on the ball. They were deadly. That's a dangerous Nebula me and the rest of Pinnacle are going to have to face, and I'm not sure if they play like that, I'm not sure we're going to be able to make it through, but we'll have to try. But man, what a series.
Yeah, that was insane. I think we're going to do a quick interview. Bagels, who do you want? You want Ladog or Skies?
I say we got to get the 50-year-old smoker in here.
All right, let's get the 50-year-old smoker in here. We're kidnapping Skies here from his comms there. Skies, how's it going, dude? What a series right there. That was insane.
Yeah, that was something else, dude. Honestly, I was surprised. I was. I mean, cause the last week we played them, it didn't go too well for them, and then they just came out. Just oh my god.
I think everybody was surprised. They were. I mean, their defense was so bad. They were double committing left and right, making mistakes, communication issues galore. But they were just so powerful on offense against you guys, which was the surprising part. They were pulling highlight reel play after highlight reel play, and every single shot was a quality opportunity. And how much of it? I mean, we know you guys are a little bit of a meme team. How much of it was you guys memeing, or were they just playing really well?
Honestly, we when we came in, we had our meme cards ready in case we needed them. But then once we started playing, we were like, oh my god, all right, we gotta step back a little bit. And I mean, I wouldn't say we were going full sweat, but it's pretty close. I mean, they caught us off guard by a long shot, so that was a good series.
You guys had like 2 crazy pinch goals in that last game that kind of ended up turning the tides for you guys at the end of the scoreline there.
Yeah, no, we got pretty lucky. We were getting all these dunks in our favor, and there's one that I saw at the end that Zen had an open net, but he was just too close to the net. You couldn't find the angle. If he would have got that, I feel like they would have won the series.
I have a question here for you guys. In that game number 4, that super long overtime, you guys had 22 shots on net. Well, I know we didn't get to get in your comms for that one because we were too busy getting insane in here on that one. But what were you guys thinking when every shot that you took somehow Nebula was saving them? I mean, what was going through your guys' comms?
And though we were just shooting the ball like nonstop, and then as we kept going, we were like, all right, they're saving like everything we shoot. So we had to try to get tricky with it, and no matter what we tried to shoot at them, it just wouldn't fall. And then I don't know, their defense just caught us off guard for that one too. I mean, it wasn't the best throughout the series, but that game, their defense stood up like crazy.
And last thing for me, but Specifically, I want to hear what LeDog's reaction was in the last 30 seconds when you guys left him last back 3 times in a row, and they shot the ball right at him. They shot the ball right at him every single time. What was his reaction?
He was sitting. He was like, "I have no boost." He's like, "Somebody help me!" And then, and then we were getting back. There's one that snuck right by. He was like, "Oh shit, that's a goal!" And then it just rolled right in front of me. I mean, we were just getting lucky at the end. All of them were just coming right to us. So, but
yeah, that was a crazy last 30 seconds to a minute in that game. But hey, you know what? You guys were barely able to pull it off in the end, though.
Yeah, I've got one last question before we let you go. You're playing the Grandmasters in the winners finals here. How do you think that series is going to turn out? Do you think it's going to be as close as this one?
You know, after that one, I don't even know anymore. I mean, that was just stupid. I don't think we'll be seeing the offense that we got from Nebula from Grandmasters. But I mean, I feel like we're gonna be seeing, because they were demo heavy and we weren't ready for that. So I know the Grandmasters have been doing that. So this was just a warm up for it, I guess.
I think Nebula's offense looked way better than Grandmaster's offense, but Grandmasters does have better defense, so it's going to be kind of a balance.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one here. Well, congratulations, guys, on the victory, and we'll be seeing you guys, I believe, next Monday for your matchup. So.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
All right, so that was Skies there from Venganza. They pull out the insane Game 7 victory in a good one. Bagels, I mean, what a series! What a series that was! And I mean, if we get some more series like that throughout the playoffs, I mean, I think all these sweeps today, they were just leading up to that.
I need more content. That's all it is. We get content like this. We get Nemesis top tier. You know what I'm saying? We can't be having these 4-0 sweeps on stream. You know, we need a Nebula and Venganza every single series, and I hope as we get deeper into these playoff runs, a little bit more competitive matches start to arise, because that was hype. That was a good series.
Yeah, and what a way to end our night. It was crazy for sure. Venganza, they're moving on. Congratulations to all the other teams. I had some insane games tonight. But we are going to be back on Saturday Night Rocket League. Saturday Night Rocket League makes its return for second to last time this season before the grand finals. We've got some more banger matchups on there. It's going to be some more elimination matches as we head to the lower quarterfinals for Rival, Challenger, and Prospect. And then we head to Titan Losers Round 1, where Pinnacle will take on this Nebula squad. So it's going to be good. You don't want to miss it. Saturday Night Rocket League. It's going to be crazy. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow the channel. Turn on those notifications. You do not want to miss it. The playoffs, they have been insane. They're going to continue to be insane. And I just can't wait. So make sure you guys follow. And we'll be back Saturday Night Rocket League starting either 7 or 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned. There'll be a scheduled posted the morning of. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a good one. So we're going to sign off for the night, and we'll talk to you guys later.